I turned 20 3 days ago, so let's go over 20 things I've learned in my 20 years of life. 1. Doing things alone is alright. Go to lunch, go shopping, go to the movies, enjoy it, because if you don't enjoy your company, you'll never learn to simply exist with yourself otherwise. 2. Nonchalance is boring. I said it. I don't want a nonchalant man. I don't want to be a nonchalant woman. I think it is the death of human creativity and human silliness to force yourself to be nonchalant if you're not actually like that. That's really all I have to say there. I don't like when people are like think too hard about posting online or about doing too much and on yada yada yada. I think it's so silly because what are we if not like what does it mean to be human if not to talk to people, if not to be a little silly, if not to be a little cringe sometimes, you know? 3. Pressure is a privilege. To feel pressure of school or work or whatever is such a privilege that some people don't have, and some people want to have. Sometimes when I have a really bad midterm or school's piling up really hard, I just feel like, why am I even here? Like, I don't even want to do it anymore. But then I realize that this is some people's biggest dream, to be able to go to school and to be able to get an education. And I should not take it for granted. So this is a reminder to myself and to everyone that to be pressured is to have a privilege as well. 4. Pick yourself first. Within discretion, of course. Don't be selfish, but don't be selfless either. Find a good balance. Know that it's okay to say no. It's okay to not talk to people if they make you uncomfortable or if the friendship isn't there anymore. It's okay to voice your true feelings. It's okay. It's okay. Number 5, stay silly. Because you are equally as much the 9-year-old in you as you are now the adult woman or adult person that you are. So don't lose your joy, don't lose your whimsy. Just because we're adults does not mean that we have to be completely professional beings at all times. Of course, there's time and place, but don't forget to have some joy. Number 6, it's okay to be bored sometimes. We don't have to be doing something exciting all the time, 24 hours a day, because our brain will just become so fried, we won't be able to just simply sit and enjoy and exist. I actually test to get my black belt really soon, and part of that was to do a meditation for 3 hours where you just sit and you think about whatever it is you want. And I think everyone should do that, honestly, because I have felt so zen and so positive, and like nobody can take away anything from me. Nobody can anger me, nobody can make me feel less than or anything for these last few days, because that was just such an amazing experience. And yeah. Number 7, everything seems easy in hindsight. So whatever difficulty you're going through right now, once you are through it, it's gonna feel easier. The biggest example I could give of this is when I took organic chemistry. At the time, it was the most difficult thing I have ever done. It might still be, but now that I think back, about a year ago, I'm like, well, it wasn't even that bad. And like here I am today and I'm doing totally fine. So do with that what you will. You can, if you want to take that advice and think, yeah, so whatever I'm doing right now that seems so difficult actually won't seem that bad in hindsight. You can go with that. Or you can go with the fact that once you get through something, once you've learned something, of course everything will seem easier because now you've learned from it. Or up to your own interpretation, of course. Number 8, you're not too late. You're not too late for romance, for money, for traveling, for life, for anything. You are not too late. I did feel super duper duper old and when I turned 20, but it's only 20 years old. I have so much time left, I hope, but even if I don't have so much time left, like the world is my oyster, and I am determined to make sure I make use of it. So whether you're 20 or 40 or 60, it is never too late to go for the job that you want, to get the degree that you want, to get the whatever that you want. If you go to travel, go to see your dream country, whatever it is never, ever, ever too late. Number 9, the MCAT is very, very, very difficult. Oh my goodness. I spent my entire summer studying for this, okay? 4 months of my life. I didn't do anything. I didn't see anyone. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't go out. I didn't do anything. All I did, I eat, sleep, and breathe. MCAT. And when I gave it, I did pretty good on it, but unfortunately I am Canadian, so our schools have some different requirements, so I might have to redo it. So all that work and I have to redo it. um but yeah, the MCAT is difficult, and getting a degree is difficult, especially if you're a pre-med student the way I am, because you have to be on top of your GPA, as well as clubs, as well as research, as well as the MCAT and Casper and all these other things. It's just, you truly have to be the jack of all trades, and it is very difficult to stay on top of. So I've realized that it's okay to say that it's difficult, and I feel like I've made peace with the fact that I'm not bragging by saying that my degree and the field I'm trying to go into is difficult, because it is. It's not meant for everyone, and not everyone is going to come out on top. Maybe I won't come out on top, but I'm definitely going to try. Like, I got a text, sorry. Number 10, our little hobbies keep us sane. Truly, they do. I do Taekwondo. I do a little bit of YouTube when I have time. And it gives me something to look forward to, something to decompress with, something fun, something creative. Because my life, otherwise, as a scientist, as a student, is so objective and so cut and dry, and so, and these are the instructions, you do it, and that's it, that I feel like I would go insane if I didn't have anything to look forward to just get frustrations out, or to vent about, or to just talk to the camera in my basement. So if you don't already have a hobby, it doesn't have to be sports, it could be anything, get one. And I think it's so important to have something to work towards. For me, it's my black belt. For someone else, it could be piano and getting up the levels in piano. It could be anything. It doesn't even have to have like formal levels. Maybe you want to start painting, so you start small and then you move over to realism, and then you move over to uh gosh, I don't know. Um sorry, let's move on. You get the point. Number 11, I like my hair straight and my eyeliner brown. I promise there's more depth to this. Basically what this means is that I know my hair is wavy right now, but I prefer it when it's straight, and I like, instead of having black eyeliner, I like to have brown eyeliner. I know what I like, and there's nothing wrong with that, and it's okay to enjoy seeing yourself with makeup on or with a different hair texture, but what's not okay is believing that you are ugly without having your makeup done or without having your hair straightened. So this is kind of a tough thing that I'm sure me and many other children of immigrants and people of color will feel, that our features, while we might like them, we prefer them a different way. And I'm here to tell you that that is totally okay. Personal preference is fine, as long as we still feel beautiful without makeup and with our hair curly and with our hair wavy, and that's all. Number 12, my acne scars really did fade, and so did my teenage features. When I was growing up, I mean, I still haven't grown up, but as I was growing up, I suffered with acne, like severe acne. If any of you knew me in middle school and high school, you would know that yes, I had acne. It was really bad. It was the biggest insecurity I've ever had. And sometimes I still feel like myself from that era. I still feel like 16-year-old Alina. And now I look at myself and I don't have that anymore. My acne scars are not there anymore. The hyperpigmentation has faded away slowly but surely. And like, I look at myself in the mirror and I almost don't recognize myself. I feel like I look so much more mature now. I feel like I've grown into my features, or maybe I've lost them. I don't know which one it is, but sometimes I look at a photo of myself and I just feel like, wow, like I look a lot older than the mental image I have of myself in my head. Because like I said, I still feel like a teenager. Not just a teenager, I still feel like I'm in high school. I don't feel like I'm in high school. I feel like my high school self. That is my inner child, and I always feel like I'll have her with me. But then I see myself and I'm growing, and I feel like I haven't caught up to that yet. Yeah, my acne scars did really fade. I honestly didn't believe that they ever would. I thought that I'd be stuck with them forever, but everything fades. Number 13, once I know what I like, I won't change my mind, and that's okay. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Once I know my boba order or my matcha order or whatever clothing style and color I like, good luck trying to get me to change my mind. I will go if once I've decided on a certain order from a certain restaurant, I will still try other things once in a while, but I'll always come back to what my go-to order is and I don't change it. And I always thought that that just meant I was really picky or something like that, but like no, I know what I like. Why change it? Why force myself to eat or drink something that I don't want to when I know I could just go for what I always like? Number 14. Fortunately or unfortunately, I am a racialized person, and no amount of selecting prefer not to say on surveys can change that. I went to a DEI seminar with one of my clubs, and I truly realized that I am racialized, and even if I speak perfect English and I always make an effort to dress and assimilate as much as I can, it will never be enough. It will never be 100% because the first thing people will see about me will be this color of my skin, will be my race, whether that be a good or bad thing. Some people might feel like they identify with me when they see that, and some people might feel like I am othered because of that. But it's a reality that I've had to accept, and I've come to accept it now, that despite the fact that I've been born and raised in Canada, that I will never truly be Canadian, and that's okay because those aren't the kind of people that I want to associate myself with anyways, and the kind of people who understand that are the kind of people that I do have in my life, and I appreciate them. Number 15, I have a really bad attention span, and I am working on it, I promise. I will open Instagram, close Instagram, open Instagram, and close Instagram 3 times at least before I'm like, what the hell am I even doing right now? Or I feel like I almost physically cannot eat without having a YouTube video on in the back. And in the process of searching for a YouTube video, it'll already have been like 10 minutes and my food is cold. And I think it's important that when you catch yourself doing that, that you immediately make that change right then. Because if you recognize that what you're doing is harmful or a waste of your time and you continue to do it, you're just overriding your brain signaling to you that this is weird and that I should stop doing this. So when I catch myself doom scrolling and I'm like, wow, it's been 2 hours, if I just continue to keep doom scrolling, I'm gonna keep doing that until like nighttime and I never get anything done. But the days that I realize and I put my phone down and I lock the hell in, I get stuff done. Number 16, you have to carve out time to feel, to breathe, to enjoy the little things, and to see your family, to see your friends, because staying perpetually busy is fun until you don't see your family for 3 days despite living with them. True story. That was me a week ago studying for my exams, and I felt so terrible. It felt so sad because I love feeling busy because I don't have to form a thought. I don't have to, I feel like I'm super accomplished and super cool. I'm booked and busy. But if within that, if you don't find time for yourself and for your loved ones, it's all going to be for nothing. You're going to start to resent the very thing that you originally loved. You're going to feel like it's taking you away from your family. It's taking you away from your hobbies and your love, the things you love, when it's your job to carve out time. School will always be there. Class will always be there. But you and this moment with your family and your friends will not always be there. And you don't want to be remembered as the person who just was always so busy with school that they never saw anyone else. And I feel like I'm already perceived as that by a lot of my family friends, and I don't want to be perceived that way even more. So I do carve out time for people I like, because to have a village, you have to be a villager. Number 17, talking to strangers is really fun. Every time I go out, I make it a mission to strike up a conversation with a stranger, whether that be about the same thing we're buying in the store or complimenting someone's outfit. Like, it's such a nice thing to kind of spread joy, spread humanity, and talk to the people in the cities we live with. I feel people don't talk to each other anymore. We're all texting on our phones. We don't see each other. We don't interact, and we've kind of forgotten how to do so, myself included. And I'm not saying this to be pretentious or like holier than thou. I think it's fun, and I encourage everyone to do the same. Number 18. I am more loved than I could ever realize. By friends, by family, by myself, by the random people I've had interactions with. Someone might have loved my outfit. Someone might have thought I was super pretty. Someone might have loved the way I presented in class. Someone might have loved the way that I smiled at them in the hallway. Like, just because people don't tell you it outright all the time does not mean that you're not loved, and it does not mean that you are forgotten or insignificant in this world. I promise you have made a difference, a positive difference in someone's life at least once. Number 19. My friends. Number 19. My friends are worth more to me than any man probably ever could be. They make me feel so loved and accepted, and they've never asked me to show up as anything other than myself as I am. And there are no strings attached to any favors we might do for each other. My friends would, in a heartbeat, offer me their home for the night or their car for a ride at night. And the only thing they ever ask in return is my friendship and myself. And it's taken me a while to kind of understand that I am someone who people want to be around, because I didn't always believe that. I didn't always feel that way, especially when I was a child. So to grow up and now have my circle around me want me to be there is just an amazing feeling, and I really wish that upon everyone. And finally, number 20. Being a teenager was beautiful. Every single up and down was worth it to make me the person that I am today. And I can't wait to see what adventures and lessons my 20s will teach me. Thanks.